Should we talk about Brandon being slayed, or should we talk about suspect's return?
I feel like you can't talk about one without the other.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like a clear trajectory overlap.
Let's let it come to us.
Let's let it come to us.
Yeah.
The cold part is because this all started with the contentious interaction between the two of them. And that was the first time
Wait.
that
Can I ask about that from a fan perspective, also nuanced fan perspective as a black person? Why did you care so much about the hard R? Like, you don't just be dropping hard R's with the homies?
No.
For real?
It wasn't so much about the hard R. I wasn't mad at that because I laughed at that. Once he hit me and said, oh, that's the white man in you. That's that white blood in you that's making you act like that.
Okay.
Now you're making me mad.
Okay, I understand.
Because you already know being, nigga, coming from, you ain't light-skinned, but you black.
Yeah.
And you know, on both sides we get it. Being dark, they always want to say you the criminal, you bad, you got crazy shit going on, and they got all type of stereotypes. And for light-skins, they got the same. You feel me? You white, you this, you soft, all kind of shit. We both get the same. You feel me? So that's what he was trying to press on me when I was like, everybody in the room, they all said I didn't say that. And that could have been the end of it. It wouldn't be to need to be no beef, no nothing. Because everybody in the room was like, he didn't say that. All he had to say was, my bad, bro. I thought you said it. And I'd have been like, for sure.
Okay, I missed that part. Because I just thought that was strange. I was like, I know we all have made a joke once or twice, around fellow black people, just messing around type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
That was also their very first interaction.
Yeah, I never met him from nothing. I didn't even know him, and I wasn't talking to bro.
It was
Mikey. Mikey was in the room, and Josh was in the room. And Mikey and Josh was like, bro, he didn't say that. Like, you tripping. And he said, no, that's what he said. He was standing on it. And he was like, yeah, that's that white blood in him.
But
so that's where it began.
Me knowing this fool the way, I would have been surprised if he reacted any other way because he's from a super pro-black family.
We wouldn't play like that.
Yeah. So that's probably like the quickest way to trigger a response from this guy. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I think he knew that.
And neither of his parents
knew that. I didn't know him.
Part.
I think he knew that because Josh was like, dude, you got some type of like preconceived like beef with this kid? And I was like, I don't even know him.
Do you think that he came in thinking that he was gonna like basically take aim at you? Like he looked at the whole crew and thought, you know what? That's the one that I can trigger.
Based on how he do his content, after I figured out absolutely. Absolutely. Because he do this fake pro-black, but then he always shooting down at black people. He call black women hood rats and hoochie mamas, and he call us and thugs and like that. Like he like an Uncle Ruckus. So I think absolutely I was the one out of that cast that day that he absolutely wanted to point out for sure.
Do we consider Brandon a shock jock? Is he in that category of content creator or?
I mean, okay, Brandon seems to actually believe all of the things he says, but sometimes he will say things that verge into the territory of like no person could ever believe this. Like for instance, he'll find himself just arguing that Donald Trump doesn't lie.
The Beacon.
And it's just like whoa.
Hold on.
What the? And you give him so many examples, and he's just not going.
Beacon of transparency.
That was the whole same thing. They gave him a million examples of why I didn't say that. He just nope. He said it, and that's what I'm standing on.
I don't know.
He's like that.
I don't think he necessarily was trying to target sus. I think like after spending a lot of time around Brandon just on the pod, that's kind of his humor. He's pretty abrasive, and he said like that. I don't think he realized in his head, like he probably figured, oh, you might be mixed of some kind. You feel me? Like
which he
was wrong. So he thought that he could make that joke or make that comment, and it was gonna be a way for him to pause, subtly assert dominance. You feel me? But he didn't know that was probably the last thing that was gonna resonate.
Me and the black, I don't play with the black shit. I'm ready to argue anybody down about some black shit at any minute. At any minute.
So okay, let's like keep going through this in order. So you guys have that weird conversation, and then you say, let's go, let's fight, let's go outside right now.
That's not how that happened, and I don't like that narrative.
Okay, what?
Absolutely not. It's backwards. No. So what happened was I'm grilling him, and we all know how I get on a podcast. It get a little overwhelming.
George Foreman.
I'm cooking them.
Why you gotta look at me when you say that?
With the grease tray?
No, because you've been on the other end of it. Yes. It get a little overwhelming when I'm cooking. You feel me? So we're going back and forth, and I'm cooking them.
I don't know
why you brought this.
Just consider it.
Bring this in here for. Man, this nigga crazy.
This nigga said, nah, I don't need that.
I don't know where the hell this came
on.
Oh my God, bro.
NBA.
Can't get that to him. That's processed food, man.
I used to with a girl who only ate taquitos.
That's it.
Freaked me out. But honestly, like I'm looking at you and you kind of have like the same energy and probably like similar body composition.
That's crazy.
What it
look like the
Hey, and I was about to say, was she bad? Because girls, badass chicks have.
What did her box smell like?
The box didn't always smell good, but
okay, there you go.
she was like a lit porn star who had gotten into meth and Xans and so she was kind of on the tail end. She's starting to look bad. No, now people don't really care about her anymore. I'm sure if I were to see her now, it would probably be pretty brutal.
Have you ever dropped this chick's name, or you protecting that? You don't want to, now that you're in the biz, you don't want to.
Okay, the weird thing about porn versus hip hop is that in hip hop, a lit rapper from 10 years ago, we all remember. At least if you like really pay attention to the culture, you remember. Even if you don't really remember, you still remember the guy who was on the XXL cover, freshman cover, whatever. But in porn, it's like a girl could be on top of the world for 3-4 years. She disappeared for 10 years. Everyone forgets. Everyone moves on. You mention her at a party. Damn, you remember this girl? People just staring at
one
you
of
like,
those,
damn,
one of
all right.
those.
Fools don't want to listen to Illmatic anymore, huh? When it comes to porn, like there's.
I get some kind of sick joy out of beating off to porn scenes that were like, from like 10 years ago. Like,
oh, you got to run back the classics.
I'll
You got to
beat
run
off
back the
to
classics.
scenes of girls that I loved back in the day that I don't know what the they're doing now, but to me, that's what I compare it to. It's like listening to like an old Metallica album.
Yeah, it's classic.
You listen to Reasonable Doubt.
It's classic.
Master of Puppets.
It's classic.
Yeah, it takes you back to that time in your life.
Classic
Yeah.
Gucci.
Niggas
Oh,
crazy.
God.
Right, because classic Gucci is better than new Gucci.
I'm
Classic
still,
porn is better than new porn.
I'm still gooning to the scenes from
I
like
feel
the
you.
early 2000s.
I ain't gonna
no
lie.
doubt.
You feel me? Sometimes you gotta go. Sometimes on certain websites, you gotta go to the date, and then you just gotta scroll a couple years back. You feel me? Because it be classics.
Yeah, Pinky's still doing numbers in my household. Let's be real.
That's
But anyway, wait,
Never have I ever donated a gram
you
of
gotta
cum
get
to
back
her.
to you feel me, Bucci.
What?
Yeah, we gotta
get back to Bucci butt.
All right,
what?
Well, talking about Pinky
Okay,
is
hold
kinda
on,
like
wait,
talking
we-
about- No,
we
I'm
can't
saying
get into-
I
yeah.
have never masturbated to Pinky.
Bro.
Never even thought about
Okay,
it.
this
Why?
is gonna take us down
Never.
the craziest barbershop
Facts.
debate
We gotta
ever.
get off
We
this. We gotta
cannot.
get back
She's
continue to go
morbidly
down this
obese.
hole.
We gotta.
With her, but she's morbidly obese.
Early 2000s, I'm gooning to Pinky.
Man, come
Not
on, man.
I.
We sitting in here having a jack off.
Yeah, I'm like, we gotta get off.
That's what I'm saying, we gotta get off.
On the dead homies, I never beat off to that.
gotta get off.
Y'all-
On the dead homies,
Y'all might
I never beat off to that.
Y'all might as well. Y'all might as well be in jail. How y'all debating the jack? The 3 people that ain't been in jail debating the back jack off debate.
Like what?
Hey, word to Brick Baby. I'ma sit here and beat me while she beat me. They ain't ready. They ain't ready for the cycle.
Yeah. Yo,
I'ma
we got
sit back and beat me while she beat feet.
Hey, we got a new Brick Baby verse. What the fuck is y'all talking
And we got
about?
the white Brick Baby.
And we got white Brick dead homies. Y'all really are
Dead
All right,
homies.
So speaking of making the dry, Brandon.
All right,
Okay.
all right. So boom.
I'll never
So-
beat off to Pinky.
Once it gets like that, we arguing X, Y, and Z from you going back and forth, and then it gets to once we going back and forth. He was the one who initiated it, and this was my
He
whole
said
point.
he don't want to fight.
Thank you.
He don't want to fight.
And ask any and them fighting words, is it not? Say,
For sure.
Yes.
Nigga don't wanna
yes,
fight.
Yes.
it's nothing else to say after that. It's nothing else to say after that.
But there was something. It was you standing up and saying, "Let's go fight."
And look, people gotta understand why I did that is because look, bro, sometimes I be thinking and sometimes I don't be thinking. I wasn't thinking when I spit on them. I was absolutely thinking that time because I'm like, last time I got off on the right here, I almost lost my job. I'm probably gonna lose my job this time. But they didn't say shit about going outside.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't say nothing about that.
Fair
So I'm
game.
like, let's go outside. Just follow me, gang. You feel me? And I still didn't know about none of that shit, but I didn't give a Mr. MMA. I didn't give a about none of that shit.
Oh, okay.
You feel
Okay.
me? I didn't even give a you feel me? But
So-
at that point,
So after you did find out, did it you like, I gotta kind
No,
of
because then, okay,
gotta-
Brandon says he doesn't want to go outside and fight him.
I don't give a
Brandon says no because
Ain't no such
he's
thing
trying
as
to
a
be
fair fight in the
professional.
Streets, gang.
All
Ain't no
right,
such
wait. Brandon's trying to be professional. He basically says, nah, I'm good, etc.
But you can't do
And
that.
then it comes out that he's a black belt, and all of a sudden, this was the great moment in that. Like, this is some real weird we never seen before. I'm not gonna lie, super entertaining.
That was a crazy
My whole
twist.
point about that is you can't play the high classy role. His whole point of the whole was, we gotta realize that he not dumb. His whole point was, this is what's wrong with the black community. The young black males is wild and rampant. He's rage baiting.
Wild and rampant.
He's rage baiting so he could get a certain reaction, so he could go home and say, look, this is what's wrong with the whoopty whoops. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like on some real white man shit.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? That was his whole point. So you can't say you don't want to fight, and then when I initiate us going to fight, you say, I'm too classy, and I would never fight in these people's establishment. What the is you talking about? You just initiated the words to fight.
But then he did try to get you to go fight him after the black belt thing came out,
No,
right?
he didn't. He tried, no, he didn't. He likes
said
to
he wanted
act
to
like
swap.
he did. He acts like he likes to act like I did, and I sent him an address, and he never came to that. So he can act like all that shit, and I'll put the messages out right now. That's on both my kids, nigga. I never lied to you up here. I sent the address and said, meet me there at 4 o'clock, nigga, and he never came. Talking about, let's do it at a gym, and all. I'm not, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not getting in no ring with you. This not no ring shit. I don't fight for no boxing association. I ain't licensed to nothing.
Street Productions.
Fuck you mean? I'm not licensed to a goddamn thing. You mean? That's you. You the one that's licensed to shit. I'm not licensed to a goddamn thing. And I'll pull the messages up right now. I sent the nigga address and he didn't come to him. So niggas think I'm up here playing.
But then it was the following, like a week or two later.
It took a little while, and then it was when I was coming
He sent
back
the address.
from Texas,
I said,
think.
meet me on Wooty Whoop parking lot, your address. He said, he'll be there. I said, I'll be there in an hour. Boom. I said, and then I sent him 4 hours. I went and sat there like I thought. I've been up here 4 hours. He never came. Lush, do you see?
That's the Venice Beach thing. That's the Venice Beach
No,
thing.
this is way before that. We ain't even got there yet.
Okay,
I'm
man.
so glad you said that. We ain't even got there yet. He had 2 opportunities to get at me. I sent him an address. This is 4 hours. This is 2 o'clock, right?
Yep.
1 o'clock.
Yep.
Hit him again at what time? 5. I've been up here 4 hours. I don't see you. This is before that. This is a Burger King location that I said.
He said he got work at the end, but before
He talking about he at work
shit.
and
Fade in the
you told
Burger
me send
King
you an
parking
Addy. I send it and now you at work. All right, bro. All right, bro. Boom.
What is his work?
This is why he gotta have a job somewhere because the YouTube ain't paying. He poor. But anyways, all right. So boom. So then it gets to him and the other who was caught on Grindr and shit was talking about.
Wait. Let's not skip though. Let's not skip. We gotta address what happened in this room. We gotta keep it.
He was on some police ass.
No. He was gonna go to the beach. I think.
Oh no. You're right. He was on some police ass. You feel me? So boom. Look, I don't believe in no rules and fights. If this not my man's, you don't get no fair nothing.
For sure.
And I think if any other don't live like that, you tripping. You just out here giving everybody fair everything. If you not in the boxing league, you out your rabbit ass mind.
Okay, I'm concerned that at the rate that we're going, that the story is going to take an hour and a half. So
no, I'm going to get there.
On here, you and him are kind of like vibing. It's you're angry at each other, but then you're also. It didn't seem that heated.
I wasn't mad because I was roasting him. I was winning.
It seemed like it was a boxing presser at first.
He was more on some like roasting, but Brandon was like, oh, BPS put off.
He's trying to go personal attacks. I'm talking about
do some research and decide I'm gonna use this.
He's talking about personal shit. I'm talking about his booty shorts.
Yeah.
He mad. I'm grilling him. He mad. He was very angry. This is how I always am. I'm always loud. I'm always aggressive. So you can't use that as he's an angry, loud black man. Nigga, I'm just loud.
Now you did have a knife on you.
Allegedly.
How were you able to get this into the building?
Allegedly. I don't know what anybody talking about. I'm fighting cases. There was no knife. Nobody saw no knife. I don't know what anybody is talking about.
Is it true that you keistered it?
That's cap. There was no knife.
I just made that up to test you. That was a test.
I can't keister anything that doesn't exist. I can't keister something that don't exist. Don't exist.
Not the cheat game.
Never existed.
3 knuckles deep.
There was no nothing.
Hell no.
We fighting cases out here. We on 3 bells and we going to court as we speak. If anybody's watching this, there was no knife.
Okay.
Ever.
There's no. You definitely don't see a knife.
You don't see no knife in that video footage. So there is no proof of this. This is he say, she say. Didn't happen. But anyways, you feel me? All I gotta say is ain't no fair fights. You feel me? So anyways, boom. I was roasting him the whole He gets toward the end with personal attacks, and then he claims that he called me a We never heard him call me a the whole podcast. He was lying. He said, I call him a And then that's when I said, when you call me a we know what happens when you call me So what happened was what happened when you call me I spit on and shit happened. shit get disrespectful. You feel me? The security guard guy right there, I didn't like how he tried to lie and say that was me making noises because I didn't need to make no noises because nobody touched me. That was him and the security guard wrestling with each other.
The grunting?
One of them was grunting.
That's what I wanted to get behind.
I didn't need to grunt
like that.
Hella fun.
That's what I wanted to get behind.
Yeah.
That was me up.
Beargate.
I'm like, why the fuck would I need to grunt? Nobody touched me. I was yelling the whole time. You can hear me yelling the whole time. Nobody touched me. I'm yelling. Bitch ass nigga. My is like, and I'm yelling. How can fuck I be grunting? Nobody's touching me. That was him and the security guard. I think it was the security guard.
Was it Unk there for this as well?
No.
He wasn't.
Bro, that would have been
Nah, that was Bizarre. Bizarre left.
Yeah, Bizarre.
Bizarre left.
right.
That day.
That's
It was
right.
that day. You feel me?
Yeah, Bizarre there.
The idea of Bizarre being on that podcast is insane.
It was that day.
Yeah, me, Bizarre, Munchie, you, Brandon, and Suspect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, dude.
Okay, and so then